Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review for Love is Blind Season 3, Episode 4. By now, I'm sure y'all are all caught up on the episodes we have thus far. And it really started getting real juicy on Episode 4. So I'm going to start here and we're going to continue the rest of the season. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. If you've watched my videos before, please don't hesitate to subscribe so it can help me grow my channel. And be sure to like the video to help with the analytics and all of that good stuff. So we start with Colleen and Matt, and they said they had fun last night. Nancy and Bartice also did the grown up last night. But when Bartice was like talking about it in his confessional, it was cringy to me. It really made me cringe because he's acting like he's in high school and he's going through puberty. Like it was kind of like immature when he was talking about it, and that's why Nancy's concerned. We know she can't stop talking about the age difference, and then when he acts immature, it feeds into her insecurities about the age gap. So Alexa and Brennan are so cute in the bed. Like, sorry, let me mute this, guys. They're laying in the bed. They're having a cute moment. I love how he compliments her, but it's something I really want to root for her because we need some more thick women on the screen. So I was rooting for her the minute I saw her. She's pretty. But her personality is like, are you genuinely into him or is she just that dry? And it like takes her a while to open up. I don't know. But it's something about her vibe. Like it's a little off to me, but we have to give it time to really see. So far, but I love the way that he loves her. So Raven and SK are doing Pilates, and I can just tell she's not that into him. Like, it's clear as day that she really is just not into him. Even when she accepted his proposal, I felt like she wasn't into him before even seeing him. Like, she obviously said yes to be on the show, in my opinion, because nothing else makes sense. Zaynab and Cole are walking, and they're, doing their selfie cam, and they're debating over good and great because he said last night, she said, the night was so great, or the night was great. And he was like, yeah, it was good. It was so, so good. And she got upset that he didn't say great. The tone, everything matters. If she was like, oh, it was great, it was amazing. He was like, yeah, it's okay. Then that's cause for concern. And she said, no, this night was great. He was like, it was good. It was so, so good. Like, it's matching the energy. So why are we even talking about, like, y'all, like, what are we even talking about? Why are we arguing about this? So Zaynab and Cole play some games, but it's not really giving. Like, it don't seem really fun. Like, I don't know. They're not screaming compatible to me in this moment. Like, right now, it's just not giving what it's supposed to give. So they sit down and they talk about their future. And, she mentions him leaving his towels all over the place, like on the coffee table and all that. While that is not something that most women would want to see, I guess I would give him some grace because they are on vacation. I don't know why you're leaving them on the table and on the floor. But if you're on vacation, that doesn't mean that he's going to be this way in real life. Now, when you live together in a shared apartment, let's really see what's going on. But she asked him if he can pick it up. I guess the way she said it in her tone, he asked her if she was being passive aggressive. She confirmed that she is. Don't do that, girlie. Do not confirm that you're being passive aggressive. Everything you say from here on out will be deemed as passive aggressive. So he keeps saying things like, if we get married, and I'm just thinking like, ooh, that's a sign that he might not be all in, because if we do, and all these things, like it should be when, it should be a confirmed, like absolutely yes. It's only day 2 at this point. And, they're talking about rekindling what they had in the past and like reestablishing their bond and rebuilding. And I'm like, what are we talking about? Are y'all married already and been married for years? Rekindle, reestablish, and we got to get that feeling back. It's like, wow. Like, I know y'all seeing each other and it was hot and heavy. I think after they had sex, with her feeling like she got the silence treatment, it's just fizzled out. Like, it just happened so fast, and it's like fizzling out just as fast. So Colleen and Matt are talking about not meeting outside the experiment. She doesn't feel like she would have met him because he's not on any dating apps or anything. So there's no way she felt like she would have met him. But they're saying like hypothetically, if we were to meet in a bar, like how would you approach me? I don't think like I feel like Colleen is like she's okay with him, but he was her third pick for her to be talking about she loved him. Like, girl, come on. I don't really think she's all that into him either. And I actually could see like Colleen and Cole being together in real life. So, sorry, I'm just reading my notes. Bertice and Nancy discussed their age difference again. I wish she would just stop talking about it. Like, it wouldn't even be a thing if she, like, just did not stop talking about it. She keeps talking about it. But she says, like, there's an age gap. Her stepmom is, like, younger than her dad, and her mom is older than her stepdad, or vice versa. Something like that. Everybody, like, the parents, they all have, like, these really large age gaps with their spouses. So I'm like, what's the big deal? But she was saying, like, she wouldn't even tell her friends unless it came up. And it's like, why is it a secret? Like, why is it such a big deal? Like, I mean, yeah, 6 years if he was like a teenager. He's 25. That is a little youthful for me because I'm in my 30s. I don't think I would date a 25-year-old, but you picked him now, so let it go. If you had a connection with him, stand on it. They want to get matching Love is Blind tattoos after the wedding. We'll see. We will see. So Raven and SK are doing a sound bath, and SK fell asleep. He's snoring very loudly. And she's clearly annoyed by him and his naps. She's like, you keep taking these naps. But they haven't done anything. I don't think they've done anything that he necessarily wanted to do. It seems like he's just doing what she wants to do. And, you know, he doesn't seem like he wants to be confrontational or anything. So he's not speaking up on it. Like, can we do something a little, you know, we'll do your activity of Pilates, and next we'll do my thing that I want to do. I know it's like the first full day, so maybe tomorrow's his day. But it doesn't seem like they did anything he wanted to do. So that's why he's so tired. And honestly, with the sound bath, it was a little, I probably would have fell asleep too. So they both feel like they just need more razzle dazzle in their relationship. And she said she's never been like so physically attracted to someone she's been in a relationship with that she's just wanted to jump their bones. And like she just lusted over them. She's never experienced that. And she's clearly not experiencing it right now. So, you know, he's like, okay, I understand, but she has this wall up, and he's like, if you let the wall down, things will get a lot better. But until then, like, it is what it is. If both of y'all are this way, I don't see how, I mean, unless you just completely change as a person, how you would get so much spice in a relationship all of a sudden. Like, she's also just not into him. Like, I don't see it for him. So far, I'm like, who is going to make it? Maybe Alexa and Brennan, maybe. Brennan is excited to introduce Alexa to his family. He said his words that they're very country. And Alexa said that her family has like crude humor and they joke like harshly, and even the kids like cuss each other out, and that's just completely different from what he's used to. He doesn't even curse around his parents or anything like that. So it's interesting to see how that dynamic is going to work, because you're talking about getting married. Eventually you'll start talking about having children, and how is that going to work? Everyone's meeting up for the first time, and Bartice and Cole feel like there are other options. We know Bartice was also into Raven, and Cole, he didn't pick Colleen because he didn't feel like she had substance, but that don't have nothing to do with physical appearance, because they're both very attracted to the women they didn't choose. So Colleen and Zainab are laughing about how many times they had sex, and I'm like, oof, this can get messy. Because if Cole makes a move for Colleen, even their names like kind of rhyme, that could get messy. The guys are joking about that as well, and I'm like, okay, it's one thing that, like, you know, we're talking about it, but I'm like, I don't know. I feel like, why are all the giggles and stuff? Like, grow up. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So Cole is telling Bartice and SK that he's having a hard time matching the person he fell in love with in the pods emotionally with the actual real live person. Like, it's just, he's having a hard time putting them together, and it's just not meshing well for him. Like he said, even when, because they were like, you didn't pick up on the fact that she was passive aggressive in the pods, and he was like, he thought she was like joking about it. It was fun, but when he sees her, like, she's like straight face, like, yeah, pick this house up. Like, there's nothing fun about it. So Zainab is saying the same thing to Colleen. She's like, she's having a hard time like with him in person. It's not it don't got the same energy like it did in the pods. Bartiz said that Nancy is still, the love of his life. That's what he's saying right now, anyway. And Cole says he is physically attracted to Zaynab, like when they're alone, like they're all over each other. But then, like throughout the day, like there's times where he's just second guessing, basically. SK says he understands because Raven hasn't been affectionate with him at all, and won't be. I don't see it happening. Like maybe just enough to like make it seem like she might say yes on a wedding day, but I don't see it. Bartiz says in his confessional that if it were he and Raven, she would be all over top of him. If it was the other way around, she'd be all up on him. Sir, did you forget that when you were talking and pouring out your heart about your mama seeing her ex-fiance on a family trip, that she was doing jumping jacks and push-ups and Pilates and acting like she was preparing to go through boot camp? Did you forget that she didn't even, like, she barely responded because she was so focused on her workout? Okay, but you thought she would have been all over you. Why? Physically? Because I don't really see it. I don't really see it for Bartiz. That's just my opinion. Like, let me know in the comments what y'all think. But it's like, he keeps saying, like, oh, like, we both so physically appealing, and she gets all the attention, and I'm used to getting attention, and we would just be getting attention together as a couple. And it's like, you putting 20 on 10. Like, you giving yourself a little too much, Bartiz. And the more he says it, the less attractive he gets. Like, the more you say, like, ooh, everybody be all over me, like, it is down to the ground for me. I don't see it. So Matt is concerned that Colleen is playing with him. I think she is. Like, could she fall for him later on? Possibly, but right now she playing the game. Bartiz was saying he was interested in getting to know Raven. Like, he wants to get to know her. He's interested in her. You're engaged. Did you forget what show you on? This ain't, you're not dating everybody on the show. Like, we're not just, I don't know what kind of show, this is not Love is Blind. This is Love is Blind. This is not Love Island, where you can just date whoever you want. You are engaged at this point. This is a show you signed up for. So Bartiz and Nancy are back in their room, in the bed, with their outside clothes on. Discussing the night, but I understand they got to film the scene, but they're discussing their night. And Bartiz said he doesn't think that SK and Raven will make it. He explains why, because of, the lack of affection and the gap. When SK explained that there was, like, they were in the bed and he was on one side, or not in the bed, he was on the couch. They were on the bed when he was talking about it, but SK said when he was sitting on the couch, he was on one end and she was on the other end, and there was so much space between them. And everybody can, like, kind of pick up on it. Nancy reassures Bartiz that, she's attracted to him. She says she's good where she's at. She's happy and content with who she got. Oh no. Not Bartiz. No. He cannot reassure her. He does not feel the same. He literally said, I feel the complete opposite. He goes on and on and on about Raven and, how attractive she is and how he was having such a hard time in the pods. He was literally in tears trying to decide between Nancy and Raven. And if it wasn't for Raven doing jumping jacks, like, he don't know what he would have did. And so afterwards, after he goes on, and Nancy's just sitting there like, wow, I did not know you felt this way. Like, I was feeling good, and, my drinks, it was hitting. And now she's just sitting there like, wait, what? And I'm like, man, did she make the right decision? Both of her choices were pretty bad, but I don't know. So she's like, well, are you okay with me telling my truth? Like, are you okay with me, like, telling you so much? She don't got no choice now because you unleashed and told her all of this. I'm glad he told her, so now she knows what's really up. But the way he went about it, like, the fact that he even said this, like, you just unleashed all of this on her. And it's like, oh, are you okay with it? What? He was just a little too honest, like, to the point where it was harsh. Like, you are an a-hole, and I don't know if this is to, like, spark some kind of drama, but Nancy didn't deserve to hear it like that, especially since she actually was, but age aside, really into Bartiz. So yeah. I don't know. Let me know what y'all are thinking. The next few episodes are going to come up on Wednesday. Can't wait to see them. Drop down in the comments. Let's discuss. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.